Aloha from the beautiful Big Island of Hawaii. I'm Corey Gala, holistic beauty and wellness consultant, and I'm so happy that you decided to join me again this week. In last week's episode, I kind of explained that I'm sort of changing up the format, and I'm going to make this show a little bit shorter and a little bit more interview focused. So I will be spending less time with you with my own research and really turning to experts in their field as much as possible so that we can get information from them to share with you. But again, I invite you to email me at corygala.com is my website, but Corey@corygala.com is my email address. And again, my website is corygala.com. I have articles there, information. I also have access to my YouTube channel. So I do have other information there about what I do. My website was designed and is maintained by amestudios.com. So they're doing a really good job with that website, and I am putting up new information as regularly as possible. I did just start a hypnotherapy program, so that's really exciting for me. I am going to be able to work with my clients at a distance, working with the subconscious mind and hypnotherapy, and I'm hoping that I can get a guest on to discuss a little bit about hypnotherapy, and also just began completing a yoga teacher's training program that I had started a long time ago and wasn't able to complete. So that is kind of a little segue into today's show. Again, I am bringing one of my friends from India on today who's an Ayurvedic doctor, but his specialty is in Ayurvedic cooking, and he does go around the world and teaches Ayurvedic cooking. So in Ayurveda, food is seen as medicine. And again, with Ayurveda, we talk about the different energies of individuals and disorders that they might be experiencing, and try to counterbalance or balance those energies. So the right foods is one of the ways that we can do that with Ayurveda, and it's kind of excellent because there's so much dietary information out there, it can be kind of confusing. And one of the things I really love about Ayurveda is that it really looks at the individual and the needs of the individual, as opposed to, just saying there's one diet that works for everyone. Ayurveda really does take into consideration the individual lifestyle, and the conditions that individual is experiencing. And again, I bring that up when I speak of yoga because Ayurveda is actually part of system of yoga, of balancing the body. And Ayurveda is, again, more than 5,000 years old, very ancient form of medicine. Some people do refer to it as the mother of medicine. So I will be bringing on my good friend, Dr. Shanti Kumar Kamlesh from Delhi. So I'm excited for that. So I'm going to go ahead and step away for a minute for our commercial sponsor, and I will be right back with my guest, Dr. Kamlesh, Ayurvedic doctor and chef, Ayurvedic cook and instructor.
Many people are searching for answers to health challenges. There are natural solutions for a healthy and empowered lifestyle that can be delivered right to your door. Email Carol at carolbirchwell.com and type Health with Corey in the subject line to receive a free ebook on essential oils. Visit carolbirchwell.com and connect with Carol via email for your free ebook. She will help you find the natural solutions that work specifically for you. Okay, and I'm back with my guest, Dr. Shanti Kumar Kamlesh. How are you doing today?
I am fine, thank you.
Good. I'm so happy that you could join us today for today's show. I know Dr. Kamlesh from years ago when he was living in Hawaii and was teaching cooking here. We did a
a couple of yoga retreats together, and he was I guess you were teaching Ayurvedic cooking classes when you were here, right? And
Yes.
teaching Ayurveda to the students for Shivananda. We did a yoga retreat, but you are an Ayurvedic doctor, and you are an Ayurvedic doctor, and you have a long family history of having doctors in the family, isn't that right?
Yes.
So, and then how many generations back? Because I remember last time I saw you, you had talked about some of your Ayurvedic formulas, and they're very ancient formulas and ancient medicinals. Can you tell me a little bit about your family history?
Yeah, I mean, I'm seventh generation Ayurvedic doctor from almost 200 years. Ayurveda has been practiced in my family. My father, my grandfather, my great-grandfather, they were all Ayurveda doctors, and we have a clinic here in Lucknow, India, where I am living now.
Okay.
And we also have a pharmacy where we produce different type of Ayurvedic formulas and Ayurvedic medicine. So that is my job, and that I do. I'm still doing it from. It's a family business in a way to help the patients and to guide them and to make them healthy. And then around 30 years ago, I went to America and European countries, and then I liked Hawaii, and I lived there almost 20 years, just going back and forth with me and my family. And now I am in India because of the coronavirus. I cannot fly anywhere. So this is the situation. Yes.
Okay, so a couple of episodes ago, I had another Ayurvedic doctor on, and he was talking a little bit about the different doshas and imbalances in the body, and we talked quite a bit about panchakarma and a little bit of Ayurvedic history and the tradition of Ayurvedic medicine. But we didn't really get into discussing food and nutrition and you know, the Ayurvedic perspective on food and diet, but I know that, you know, food is really considered medicine. I know that herbs are food as well, and herbs and spices are added to the foods. But maybe you can go a little bit into how Ayurveda perceives food and diet and cooking, and how you know, tailor foods for certain imbalances or certain doshas or certain lifestyles.
Actually, in Ayurveda, it is said that what you eat, what you are, because you know the food which you put inside your body that create your mind, your consciousness, and also that create your health. Because from the food you get proper nutrition. So the food are supposed to be three types according to Ayurveda. Number one is sattvic food. Sattvic food means the food which create goodness and purity in the mind. And the second type is rajasic food, which create passion and passion in the mind, and people get very active and restless. And the third type of food is called tamas food. Tamas food means the food which is create ignorance in the body and mind, and the person become dull and he don't want to do certain things, like he's sleeping most of the time, or he is just lethargic, not doing the activities properly. Like these drug addicts, if you see them, they have no set a schedule. They just eat when they want, they go to toilet when they want, and they sleep when they want, and they're just in hallucination state. So this is called tamas. So they are sattva, which is mode of goodness. They are rajas, which is mode of passion, and there is tamas, which is mode of ignorance. So in actually our Hindu Bible, Bhagavad Gita, this has been said by Lord Krishna that sattvic food should be taken by the people. And what is sattvic food? The sattvic food means the food which which is giving you peacefulness, happiness, satisfaction in the body, and you feel good after eating it. So, what is that food? That food is actually freshly cooked vegetables, lentils, rice, and bread, etc. And the food should be organic origin, and it should mainly the vegetables should come from organic origin and fresh, and you should also have good amount of like oils which are non-rancid, like fresh oil, and they are not heated. Like in the supermarket, you can get sometime oil which looks the same, and they have no smell. So you can just recognize them that they are sunflower oil or they are raps oil or they are any other kind of oil just to look at the label, like corn oil, but they don't have their natural smell. These oil are pre-cooked. Pre-cooked means they heat them up around 180 degrees centigrade and take out the smell from them, and also they do it like this because then the water content in the oil goes away. So the shelf life, like to put the oil in the shelf means at home get increased to 2, 3, 4, or even 5 years. It doesn't rancid or get bad. But if you buy extra virgin olive oil or sesame oil or any kind of oil, even sunflower oil, which is 100% natural and cold pressed, it still have a good amount of water content in it. So it has a shelf life of 6 months to 9 months, maximum 1 year. So what happened that they do it for that, and also some people don't like the smell and taste of these natural oil. That's why they started to do that. But the Ayurveda says the oil should be the same as the Mother Nature gives us. Like you just when you have, like, let's say a seed, you got a seed and then you crush it, and then after crushing you got the oil. So that oil which you got, let's say you got the sesame oil through crushing the sesame seed, that oil is 100% natural, and that's the best for health than pre-cooked or preheated oils. They create cancer actually. That's why a lot of people are getting cancer, because whenever you go outside and eat in the restaurant, they never use these extra virgin oil. They only use these processed oils, because processed oils are much more cheaper than the natural cold pressed oils. So this is, and also you can get them in a big container, like in a restaurant. They don't buy like in a small bottle. They buy like 5 liter, I mean 5 quarts or 10 quarts or something like that. Sometimes 20 quarts, because they have to use a lot of oil for frying, making French fries, and this and that. So for that, in the restaurant, the ideal oil is these preheated oils, and they have no smell or anything. So nobody can say that, oh, it smells like sesame or it smells like olive. So that's it. But it's not very good for health. So the good food means freshly cooked rice, freshly cooked cereals, and freshly cooked vegetables, and they should be cooked in a extra virgin oils, non-rancid oils. So this is, and so if you cook them and eat them every day, then there is no problem, and people can easily live 100 years without getting health problems. So to avoid health problems, we generally have to cook and eat every day. That was my goal in the life, that I just didn't wanted to give pills or medicine or food supplements to the people. I just wanted to teach them that how to cook and eat, and
Right. Right.
that's That's why I started to give cooking classes. I have given
Yes.
some. I made my goal to teach people how to cook a vegetarian food. A vegetarian, and like as a vegetarian, mostly people eat this protein, carbohydrate, vitamin, mineral, and fat. So the protein comes from lentils and maize. Vegetables are coming from the the field to give you vitamin and minerals and also rice and cereals. They give you carbohydrates, and the oils they give you lubrication in the body, and they also contains omega 3, omega 6 oils, etc., which are very good for immune system and
And,
endocrine
and
system.
right, and the oils, I know that with Ayurveda, certain doshas, certain oils are better for certain body types. Is that correct in the cooking as well? I mean, if you're cooking for a certain body type, do you have oils that you would recommend necessarily for the individual?
Yeah, actually, for Vata people, the which are thin people, less than 55 kilo, or maybe you can say 115, 20 pounds, 100. For them, actually, we suggest the a little bit heating oils, which heats the body, like raps oil or canola or sunflower oil,
Sesame.
or sesame oil or olive oil. And these are the main oil we use for Pitta people, which are generally from 60 kilo and above, means around 125 to 130 pounds and above. These For them, we also recommend this olive oil. Olive oil is actually good for all body types. Sesame oil is also good for all body types. But for them, mainly we recommend coconut oil or some grapeseed oil and this kind of oils, which are not that heating. And for kapha people, which are around above 80 kilo, which is 170 pounds, above 170 pounds to as much as maybe 300 pounds and so on. So these people are supposed to eat oil, but very little quantity. And for them, the best is the coconut oil and sesame oil. And actually, these three oils are the best for all body type, which are which are this olive oil, sesame oil, and coconut. These are for all the body types. Raps oil is also good. Actually, if you are eating extra virgin oil, then there is no problem. Any body type can eat it. But the Vata people need more oil, Pitta people need also a good amount, and Kapha people need very little because they already have so much fat, and oil contains fat. But the good thing with oil is that they have no cholesterol. Actually, the animal fat like butter, ghee, and lard and all these, they contains a lot of cholesterol. So eating oil is better than eating the products which are coming from animal origin, the like butter, etc., ghee or clarified butter, etc. So this is what. So what I did actually, I give some cooking classes in your place, if you
Mm-hmm.
remember
Yes.
that
Mm-hmm.
in your home I gave some cooking classes, and I created this Ayurveda Nutrition Advisor course, and this course I taught in Big Island of Hawaii, in this big hotel, Nani Loa, and
Yes.
there I have given few years this 3 weeks classes. The people came, they lived there, and they every day attended two cooking classes, and they did yoga, and I gave them lectures about Ayurveda, and it's a beautiful place. So they did it, and they came from all over United States and Europe. So it was I did, but now I am mainly in India. Actually, I was traveling. I was supposed to give program in New York in a month of August, but coronavirus came, and now it was not possible to go even out of India because there were no flights. But now flights started slowly, slowly, but it's not good to just go for work or just go for like a vacation.
Right.
Only people are allowed who really have to go because maybe their relatives are sick or something, or they really have to go. Then you go. Otherwise, not for.
It's better to not travel right now.
It's
Yeah.
better not to.
And
So,
so
what is your?
are you teaching cooking classes online, or you're teaching just Ayurveda online, or?
No, I am mainly teaching Ayurveda online. I have given some cooking classes online already because I'm since 6 months I am giving every weekend, Saturday, Sunday, two classes with the Shivananda organization and the European people and some people from also America and North America, South America, and Australia, etc. They are also attending it. You guys online, anybody can do that. And I had yesterday on Saturday and Sunday, I had two classes about Ayurveda, and I am going to start my other classes after 2 weeks. There will be another third Ayurveda nutrition course that will be, and we will talk about how to take care of your heart, your kidneys, your liver, your brain, and all that. So that course, it's a 3 weeks course, and in every weekend we have two classes, and they are 1.5 hours each. They start at 11 o'clock, 11:30. Sorry, 11:30 European time, and I don't know exactly what time will be in Hawaii. So
We're about 11 or 12 hour difference.
yeah,
So
12. So actually, this is the situation with my work. So I am still working, but I'm working online.
and
And
so when you are teaching about different organ health, the liver health or kidney health or heart health, you are speaking of which foods are best for which organs and how to cook for difficulties with those organs, or you're talking about general health and care with Ayurveda?
no, because I mainly my emphasis and my job, which I created myself, was to tell people about food, which food. So when I'm talking about how to take care of the heart, then I'll not only tell them about heart and how it works and so on, but I also tell them that how to eat different kind of food items which are good for heart.
So what would
Like
be
I
an
give,
example of a food that you would eat that would be good for your heart? Do you have an example of like
yeah, for,
a
for
couple
the
foods?
heart, for the heart, low cholesterol food. Low cholesterol food means you should not eat too much meat and any kind of food item which contains a lot of cholesterol, like eating a lot of cheese and butter and etc. But for the good heart, we need more oil instead of animal fat oil. So that one can do, and we need more protein in order to strengthen the muscles of the heart. So I mean, more protein means every day try to eat some lentil soup, some bean soup, but beans should be cooked properly, like Mexican people do. If you eat a tortilla, and then you will find that they put these beans, they are like a paste, and they eat beans 3 times a day, in the morning, in the evening, in the because their main food is both burritos and tortillas, etc. So Mexican people, like South American people, they developed this kind of idea that if you cook the beans that much that they become completely dissolved in the water and become like a paste, then they digest easily, and they do not give you any gas or any health like problems. So
So there's a certain way to cook the beans to
yeah,
reduce
the best way to
digestive
cook the,
difficulties.
yes. So if you want to cook the beans, the best thing is to cook them for longer time, and you cook them with like a good amount of water, like 1 cup beans to at least 4 or 5 cups of water, maybe 6 cups, and you can soak them like 6 to 8 hours, like overnight, and then after then throw away the water, and then you start cooking. And then when you start cooking, you cover the lid and let them cook for 1 to 1.5 hours until you will see that the beans started to break down. And when they started to break down and started to dissolve in the water, that means now they are easy to digest, easy to to be good for your health and for your heart. So generally we say that beans has almost no oil, means no fat in it. So they say that always put some olive oil or sesame oil, or use a little bit of ghee in it to make it more tastier. And also, what happens that protein get digested with the help of the fat. So if there is no fat, number one, they taste nothing. They taste, I mean, you cannot enjoy it. And number two, it's better, it will not assimilate in the body. So to put some oil with the beans and put some salt when they are almost 70% cooked. That is the mistake we always do. We put salt from the beginning. No, you put the salt when they started to break down. Then you put the salt, cook 10 to 15 minutes more, and then you do that. And at that time, you can put some curcuma, which is turmeric. You can put some turmeric. Turmeric is very good. It's a lot of antioxidants, and it's very good for your health because it's good for your skin. It is anti-cancer, proven anti-cancer. So put like a teaspoon of turmeric, some curry powder or garam masala, some spices in it, whatever you like, and fresh ginger you can chop and put it.
And that helps with the digestion too, right?
Yeah, when you're going to eat your soup, bean soup, then you put fresh chopped ginger and fresh coriander or cilantro, or you can have some dill or parsley, or you can have some basil or any kind of green herbs you can put. You can also put like rosemary, etc. So that helps to digest the beans. And beans you can eat with rice, you can eat with vegetables, and with bread like chapati. In India, we make this flat bread, which is made with just whole wheat flour and water. There is nothing in it, and we make it flat. So that is also good because a lot of people nowadays are getting infected with a disease called Candida albicans. This Candida is a yeast infection. It comes from yeast, and we are eating a lot of bread which is having yeast in it. You know, we put put the yeast in the bread because with the yeast the bread become very fluffy and big, and also it tastes very good. But actually, yeast is a kind of fungus which grows on the bread, and then it actually makes the bread bigger. Like the dough, when you start making the bread will be very small, but when the bread is ready after baking, it become big. And why it is? Because it makes the molecules of the wheat flour, wheat flour, divided into many parts, so it become big. So actually, I'm not saying that everybody who eat bread get infected, but almost 40 to 50% people are infected with Candida albicans disease. That mainly comes when people are eating bread, butter, marmalade, and jam. Because you know the sugar in the jam or marmalade and bread. It's a worse combination. What happened that that then the bread get when it goes in your intestines and then to your large intestine, then sometime these fungus from east started to live there in your large intestine and grow there, and then people get skin problem, they don't feel good, they have health problems, different types,
Troubles with
mind,
digestion.
yeah, and
Yeah,
also
body aches and headaches, I've heard too.
yeah, headaches, and also they get mood are swinging, means they do not feel happy, they get
Hmm.
anxiety, and they get sometimes very angry very quickly, mood swings, they get moody. And this is all because this is not their fault. It is because they have this fungal infection in their intestine. So in India, in Ayurveda, I have my own company called Kamlesh Ayurveda, and one can look about my products going to my website www Kamlesh, 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 Ayurveda, Ayurveda, Ayurveda.com. If you go there online, then you will find some products. And I have a very good product called anti-candida compound. This is actually combination of some spices and herbs, and they are all organic, and we hand crush them and put them in the packet and wrap them. Maybe you have seen these packets
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
past. And those, if somebody takes like after breakfast, lunch, and dinner for 3 to 6 months, then the candida infection goes away. From allopathic medicine, our regular medicine, candida cannot be really cured, because what happened, generally people take antibiotics, and antibiotics, they just go
Makes
and
it
kill,
worse. Mhm.
go and kill them. But in the intestine, we have villi. Villi means we have small portions where the food stay. So the work of the antibiotic is to just take away the food from the system. But in the villi, in those small spaces, these fungus stay also. And then after 1 or 2 months, after taking this antibiotic treatment, they feel, oh, I feel good now. I feel I am okay. But
So you're talking about antifungal medicine, not antibiotic.
yeah,
Correct. Yeah.
yeah, and antifungal. So this fungus again grow, because if this it's a one cell animal, and from 1 to 2, 2 to 4, 4 to 8, so it divides in millions very
Multiplies
quickly,
rapidly.
multiplies very rapidly. So this is the problem. So we always say that if you don't want to get candida, don't eat yeast bread, eat chapati,
So better to eat unleavened bread or bread without
any
yeast.
kind of unleavened bread like chapati, pita bread, or in tortillas, they are okay. But I think it is very good to avoid yeast of in any food. But generally, if you go in the market, you will find all the cookies, the cakes, everything contains yeast. Yeast become like very important. I don't know why the people do it, but we Asian people, like a lot of Asians are living in Hawaii, and you see the Japanese, the Chinese, they don't eat bread that much.
No, they eat
They
rice more.
they eat rice or noodles means like pasta, and this they do like this. So what I mean to say that the Asian style of eating much more better, I think, if you want to avoid from yeast infection, from this
So,
fungal
so
infection.
let me ask you before we go. Uh, I know that you have your website and you've been teaching these cooking classes. Do you have like a cookbook per se right now? Do you have a cookbook or recipes or anything that people can also see? I know you have your products, but information about foods and cooking, is that available as well?
At this moment, I mean, I made in this my Ayurveda nutrition course, I had the whole course and it was like a book and it has some recipes. But at this moment, I don't have really a book which is published because I was flying around so much. I never had
Right.
time to do that. But maybe in the future, if you ask me, I will send you some recipes which you can send it to the people who are interested. And
Nice.
for one more last thing, I want to say that if some people are interested to get a consultation, I give
Oh, okay.
personal health consultation to the people. If they want to have a personal health consultation online, they can do that. And for that, they have to send me their full body photo with clothes and their age, their sex, male or female, and if they have any health problem, they can send me detail of the health problem, and also they can send me what they eat in the
And then you
breakfast,
can
lunch.
you can help them with their diet and tell
Yeah,
them
that
what
I'm
they
doing.
can eat better.
That I'm doing all the time. And
Mm.
one last thing I have to tell that they should have to tell me that what they eat, like in general breakfast, lunch, and dinner, like in 1 week, last week, what they have eaten as a breakfast, as lunch, and dinner. So if they write it down everything and send it to me through WhatsApp or through my email address, which I'm going to give you, then I can give a personal health consultation. It's not expensive. It's only $60 for 45 minutes to 1 hour consultation
And
online.
so if my audience wants to go to your website, is your email available there as well? All of that information is on your website?
In my website, I think my email is there, but I can give it right now. It's very easy. It is S like Sam and K like King and Kamlesh. SK Kamlesh, KAMLESH Kamlesh @hotmail.com.
Okay.
skkamlesh@hotmail.com. So this is my email, and I give you my WhatsApp number, which is reachable from anywhere in the world, and it is 9191 is for India, the country code, and then 94150 89531. So it's
Perfect.
94150 89531. Maybe you can also put these digits, in your lecture when
Hmm.
you and my email address also and my
And then
website.
again, what is your website again? It's
It's called kamleshayurveda.com. You know my name is Kamlesh.
kamleshayurveda.com.
Dot
Okay.
com,
Perfect.
kamleshayurveda.com. So that is very easy. So what you can do that you can put them because when I was living in Hawaii, I had hundreds and hundreds of patients, but now I am in India, so it will be good for them if they know
How
about
to
it.
reach you.
Then how
All
to
right.
reach me. And if you want any more information, you can always contact me about food. I am ready to give information. Regarding
Perfect.
cooking classes, it's a little bit complicated to give cooking classes
Right.
online. Online, it is much more easier if I am present there and teaching people in front of them. That is easier. So cooking class is not possible, but I can always help you because you are doing a great job. You are promoting health
Yes.
to the people, and that is, I think we say always that to give health to the people is the greatest job, the best job in the world, because if somebody is sick and suffering and then died, then there is nothing left, so it's very important to give health to the people, and you are in this health work which you
Yes.
are doing, and I appreciate it very much, and
Oh, thank you.
I thank you very much for doing this, because I know from the beginning, many years I know you was always very much interested in good health, and I wish you good luck
Thank
that
you.
you promote this noble work of
Yes.
helping people from I can help also people to lose weight. Also, I help people to get rid of like diabetes and problems with kidneys and cancer and
So
so on.
we will go ahead and put your website up on the show so my guests can go ahead and visit you. And I just really appreciate you sharing information with us. You know, I'm always talking to people about diet and health, and I just think that Ayurveda is so amazing because you know, it really looks at the individual. So I love the idea that you have these individualized consultations for people if they want more information on how they can eat better for their body type and their imbalances and just bring back their health. So I really want to thank you for joining me today. And hopefully I'll get over to India one of these days and visit.
Very, very good. Nice talking to you. Okay,
You
thank
too.
you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Have a wonderful day. Namaste.
Okay, thank you.
Aloha.
Namaste.
Thank you, dear.
Visit CoreyGala.com and schedule your wellness consultation to receive a custom-designed, scientifically sound behavior action plan that is holistically based. Browse the website and enjoy free articles and valuable health and beauty information. Receive your free holistic skincare ebook, CoreyGala.com. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm so happy that you were able to be with me for this show. Until I see you next week, stay happy and stay healthy. Aloha.